Hello class, I'm Miriam Borenstein. I'll be your teacher this semester in History 10. I want to thank Professor Keller for filling in for me this week and for getting you off to a strong start. She'll be doing the exact same lecture and introduction that you'd be getting were I here, so you shouldn't be behind in any way from my absence. We will, however, reintroduce ourselves when I come in next week. Other than that, I'll try and minimize redundancies in the class. First off, I want to say that I do take missing class very seriously, and I have no intention of doing it again. I generally don't miss any classes myself, and I hope that my students will miss as few as possible. I would not be doing so were it not a very important and unusual circumstance. But let's take this as an opportunity. Professor Keller is here today to introduce you to the class and to go over the syllabus, and will be giving you your first lecture on Wednesday on the foundations of the modern world. Take this lecture as an opportunity. Take notes to the best of your ability, and when I return next Wednesday, because Monday the 4th is Labor Day, we'll go over note-taking strategies and discuss best practices so that you can get the most out of our lectures this term and your lectures in the future. Professor Keller will go over the syllabus with you, but feel free to email me with any questions or come to class next week prepared to discuss them, and we can jump right in. There are two things I want to mention up front, which are your first two assignments due. The first is the map quiz, which you'll be taking on Wednesday, September 13th, as well as the weekly essays. The map quiz, which is worth 5% of your total grade in the class, is a straightforward one. There's a study guide, which is on Blackboard, and you should receive one as well today from Professor Keller with a list of countries. The map quiz is a list of 25 of these countries that you need to identify on a world map. It's important learning world history to ensure that you have an idea of where these places that we're learning about are located. So please take a few hours between now and the quiz to ensure that you're familiar with all of the countries on the list and where they're located. I think of it as a very straightforward way to earn 5% of your total grade in the class. The weekly essays should not scare you. They're very short, 1 page, double space, Times New Roman, 12-point font, 1-inch margins. The goal is to demonstrate that you're analyzing the weekly primary source readings and are able to make clear historical arguments. These weekly papers are nearly half of your entire grade in the class, and they're a replacement for 2 to 3 large term papers, which a lot of history courses require. I find it is both easier and a better learning experience to do these short essays every week, giving you the chance to improve from the beginning of the semester to the end, rather than 2 big essays with little chance of real improvement. Your first paper isn't due until the Monday after I meet with you, initially on the 6th, so there's no need to try and prepare for it until we meet, when we'll discuss it together that day on Wednesday the 6th. I'm very excited to be here with you, to meet you all next week, and for the entire coming term. So please take notes in Professor Keller's lecture and have a great first week back on campus. I'll see you soon. Have a good one.